So, our final topic today is about a little article that that was in Rolling Stone, and it was um, so Daisy Ridley sat down with Rolling Stone, the magazine, and so essentially she was talking about the rise of Skywalker and the retcon of it. And so, as a lot of people knew, okay, so let me preface by saying this. The Last Jedi is one of the most divisive films in the Star Wars universe. It just is. Okay? Whether you like it or whether you don't like it, it is. The fact is that originally J.J. Abrams wanted Rey to be a nobody, kind of like Anakin when he was a kid. Where did she come from? That didn't really matter. So, as I said, she sat down with Rolling Stone and she said, when JJ was the one who was like, she is no one. It wasn't like the last Jedi where that was the message. What was interesting about the last one for me was that you could be a hero and not come from anywhere, or you could be a hero and come from literally the worst person in the world. You're not your parents, you're not your grandparents, you're not your bloodline, you're not your generations before you. So it was sure, but it's beyond my pay grade. She said, I say the words, do the thing. I love the version of it. You can be anyone you want to be. I also love the version where you can rectify wrongs and can't help what you're born into. So she goes on and, gives a couple other sound bites talking about how um, the world is a crazy place. It's important to tune out the stuff, not just with Star Wars, but with everything. You try and be in the moment and enjoy what it is because life moves too quickly. Everyone knows how things are and how they can be handled, she said. We're all living with that, with people saying more than they need to and commenting on more than they need to. It's so individual. Find the good in it and enjoy it. So I think the at the end of the day, what she was really trying to say is, first of all, it can go either way, right? You can be born into a really, really bad situation, and you have no choice, essentially, what your lineage is. Okay. Um, Number two, what she was saying is, I was just doing my job. I mean, in this quote, kind of describes it here as I go back. I just say the words, do the thing. I do love the version where you can be anyone you want to be, but I also love the version where you can rectify wrongs and can't help what you're born into. So I think the fact is that, you know, the openness of it, I guess, is what I'm trying to say, is that what she really liked about the character, even though the movie was not good, okay? Even though it made $1 billion, and yes, I know I say that a lot, but just because it makes X amount of money doesn't mean it's good or a bad film. And lastly, I think what she was saying in the article, and this is where I think is the most important portion of this, guys, is she was basically saying, look, take it for what it is, okay? Um, we're all living in that, and with people saying more than they need to and commenting on more than they need to, it's so individual. Here's the key line, guys. Find the good in it and enjoy it, okay? And I think that's what needs to happen. And not just Star Wars fandom, all kinds of fandom, whether it's MCU, whether it's, DC, whether it's Star Wars, it doesn't matter. You have to find the good in it. And that is what it, go into this movie with an open mind. Don't go into it thinking, oh, I'm going to hate this. Because immediately, if you go in there with that mindset, you're going to hate it no matter what is put on the screen. So I think that's an important key. Find the good in it and recognize it for what it is. And that's, you know, being able to separate the art from the artist. And that is the most important thing. So I did find it interesting though that she did come out a couple years later after the fact. Um, So, I mean, she was one of the biggest people in the world for quite a few years. You know, so it's interesting to say the least. Okay, guys. So as I said, um, it was a short show. I can't believe what I did. Technical. We'll chalk it up to technical difficulties, right? Um, so we have a bunch of stuff coming up on the horizon for you in the next couple weeks. Okay. Um, we're going to be doing, Kyle and I are going to be doing a video on the our personal top 5 film franchises. And then we have the roundup coming for you starting Friday. So check that out. Um, in a little less than 3 weeks, we have the new Ant-Man movie coming out, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. So we're going to be, doing a spoiler cast for that and reviewing that for you guys. Also, um, you know, we've got at the beginning of March, we have Creed 3. So stay tuned for that. Don't forget Sunday, guys. Tune back in here every single Sunday. It's myself, it's Tyler, it's Kyle. We have Destiny Jackson from Deadline, one of the major trades in Hollywood, and we're going to be talking all about The Last of Us. So stay tuned for that. We'll have a blast doing that. Um, and then as the year goes, we're going to have more and more great content for you. We've got, as I said, Creed 3. Then, April. So April and May is really going to start the blockbuster season again. We've got Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. We've got Fast 10. Okay. We have June is going to be packed. We've got, Across the Spider-Verse. We've got The Flash. We've got Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. I still don't like that title, but nonetheless, that's what they're calling it. And then July, we've got a big July for you. We've got, Oppenheimer is coming out. One of the biggest movies, if not the biggest movie in not only the franchise but of all time, going to be coming out, and that's Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1. Stay tuned here. Come back here and watch that spoiler cast, guys. As I can't say it enough, hit that like and subscribe button. You're going to be getting all this stuff. There's no paywall. The other thing too is we've got a lot of good movies for the rest of the year. And don't forget, every single month you're going to be getting the perfect movie series. Okay, that is, we just did, Silence and Lambs this month, coming in next week. As a matter of fact, start of next week, February. My God, I can't believe we're in February already. We're going to have our next perfect movie, and that is Captain America: The Winter Soldier. And then the second week, we're going to have the first reactions, and that's going to be Fargo. So I got to sit down and watch Fargo. And yeah, guys, there's so much content coming your way. So stay tuned for that. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button. I want to get this out to as many people as possible. And yeah, so that's going to do it for today. Do the 3 things we need to do: be safe, be careful, and have a great day. So I am David Steele, and you have been watching Real Talks. Bye bye, guys.